chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the sublime method for reviving our Krishna consciousness. As living spiritual soul, we are all originally Krishna conscious entities, but due to our association with matter from time immemorial, our consciousness is now polluted by material atmosphere. In this polluted concept of life, we are all trying to exploit the resources of material nature, but actually we are becoming more and more entangled in our complexities. There is no need of understanding the language of the mantra, nor there is any need of mental speculation, nor any intellectual adjustment for chanting this Mahamantra. It springs automatically from the spiritual platform, and as such, anyone can take part in this transcendental sound vibration without any previous qualification and dance in ecstasy. We have seen it practically. Even a child can take part in the chanting, or even a dog can take part in it. The chanting is exactly like genuine cry by the child for mother. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. this transcendental vibration by chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the sublime method for reviving our Krishna consciousness. As living spiritual soul, we are all originally Krishna conscious entities, but due to our association with matter from time immemorial, our consciousness is now polluted by material atmosphere. In this polluted concept of life, we are all trying to exploit the resources of material nature, but actually we are becoming more and more entangled in our complexities. There is no need of understanding the language of the mantra, nor there is any need of mental speculation, nor any intellectual adjustment for chanting this Mahamantra. It springs automatically from the spiritual platform, and as such, anyone can take part in this transcendental sound vibration without any previous qualification and dance in ecstasy. We have seen it practically. Even a child can take part in the chanting, or even a dog can take part in it. The chanting is exactly like genuine cry by the child for father. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for joining for day 6, 1/3 of Bhagavad Gita completed today.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, question. Okay, let's start with Mangalacharan first. Om Ajnanat Imandasya Jnanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Din Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastite Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanuste Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So far in Bhagavad Gita, what have we studied? What are the topics introduced? Anybody? So far, Krishna introduced the concept of Karma Yoga, right? And then he a little bit about does anyone want to talk? You can raise your hand. Yes. So I'm just summarizing what did we do so far, because 1/3 is completed today.
Yesterday we were talking about Ahankar.
What was the topic? Yesterday was chapter 5, Karma Yoga action, Krishna consciousness, yoga in action, right? Krishna consciousness in action. Thank you. So, so far we have studied, or Krishna has introduced the concept of Karma Yoga, chapter 3 and 5, then Jnana Yoga, chapter 4, and then now today chapter 6 is Ashtanga Yoga. So he spends one chapter Karma Yoga, one chapter Dhyana Yoga, one chapter Ashtanga Yoga, but the rest of Bhagavad Gita is for Bhakti Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. So some announcement I read every day on the group. You can download the PDF copy. Some people message me separate from the group also asking where are the presentations. Everything is under the tab and on the website. We are not keeping anything. It's the PDF copy of the presentations is there on the website under the tab of August 20 batch. And taking the quiz again, it will be under the August 20 batch. Chapter wise quiz is available, and one has to do 60% or more. And there will be a final quiz at the end of 18 chapter. That is in addition to all the 18 chapter quizzes. That final quiz is very simple, and then you get the certificate. And recordings, as the day goes by and Zoom cloud recording gets uploaded, we can download and upload in this channel. This is Prabhu's channel, youtube.com/user/Namanishtadas. Most of the teachers are uploading their recordings here, so you can see. If you have any question, you can write in the group or you can email at ugenglish20@gmail.com. So Ashtanga Yoga or Dhyana Yoga. This is chapter 6. So far we studied in chapter 5, Karma Sannyasa and Karma Yoga. What is better? Yes, Shreya, first question or first verse. Krishna says Karma Yoga better than Sannyas. Second to sixth verse he explains Karma Yoga Vishishyate. The Nishkam Karma Yoga frees one from the bondage of birth, death, old age and disease. No reaction. Work is there, action is there, but no reaction. So 7 to 16, Kurvan Apina Lipyate. Then liberation by focus on the Supreme, 17 to 29, Kyatva Mam Shanti Vrachati. So what is yoga? Is this yoga? So after I show you some disturbing images, I will ask you to raise your hand. Is this yoga? Or is this yoga? Sit in the hot weather outside, and ignite fire. Or is this yoga? If this is yoga, in the middle of the city, dig earth and go under. Or if this is yoga, for the well-being of the body on a yoga mat in a fancy gym, or even in the house, do some exercises. Is this yoga? Anybody? Or beer yoga? After the end of every step, take a sip of a beer. Or goat yoga. Or office yoga. Or yoga for pregnancy, yoga for physical and mental health, or chair yoga, or desktop yoga, office yoga, weight loss yoga, yoga secrets for business. So whatever I showed you, was that yoga? Can you all hear me? Yes, Aishwarya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we can't see your screen. I think the screen was not shared.
Oh no, sorry. Now can you see?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so sorry. Thank you, Mataji. So this is the announcement that you can download all the slides from the temple website iskonmangaluru.com, and under August 20th tab you will have all the PDFs, and then take the quiz, same under that. Chapter wise quiz, one has to pass 60%, plus there will be a final quiz at the end of 18th chapter. All the recordings get uploaded every day to youtube.com/users/namanishtadas. And if you have any question, then ujenglish20.com or WhatsApp group. Can you see now? You can see now, right? Ashtanga Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. Chapter 6. And this is just the summary of what we did yesterday. Karma Sannyasa is better than Karma Yoga. Yashreya, which one is better? Then Karma Yoga is better than Sannyas. Karma Yoga Vishishyate. And Nishkam Karma Yoga is best because it frees one from bondage. And then liberation by focus on the Supreme, 17 to 29 verses. This is what we studied yesterday. So Krishna spoke only about yoga, like karma, like work, but don't be attached. This chapter is going to give a preview of Ashtanga Yoga. So my question is, sorry, now again going back to this, I'm going to show you these images and then look at them and tell me if you think this is yoga. All these, this is called beer yoga. This is called goat yoga. This is office yoga. This is yoga for physical, mental health, or yoga for pregnancy, or yoga for business, desktop yoga, or weight loss yoga, yoga for wellness, tennis yoga. So is it yoga? Please raise your hand if you want to answer this question. Dhananjaya Kopal, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna.
These are not yogas. They are commercialized.
Yes, thank you so much, Rabu. So, anybody, then what is the definition of the word yoga? What is the meaning of the word yoga?
Yoga is connecting to God.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Tulsi Mataji.
Ma'am, yoga means it's united like a soul, mind and body. This is called as a yoga, union of all these things. So, as per
Union
me,
of all these things with what?
obviously Atman, man, soul. It should be connected. Your body and mind should be connected to the soul.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. I was just thinking what you said. Yes, so it is not yoga. Thank you. Anvaya, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Anvaya. So
You
bottom
can
line is,
correct.
yes,
Yeah,
Hare
it
Krishna.
is union of the soul and the super soul.
Yes. So yoga is made of two words, yo plus ga. So yoga means linking oneself with the Supreme. That is the meaning. So linking oneself with the Supreme. So self in that definition is the soul, and super self is Krishna. So linking oneself with the Supreme is the definition of the word yoga. So let's go. What is Ashtanga Yoga? Ashtanga Yoga, Ashta means 8 and Anga means limbed, Yoga means connection. So these are the 8 steps here. Samadhi, union or integration. Yam, discipline. Niyam, internal discipline. Asan, posture. Pranayam, breath control. Pratyahara, withdrawal of senses. Dharana, concentration. Dhyana, meditative absorption. Bhagavad Gita speaks about each one of the steps. Here you go. Samadhi, verse number 6, chapter 6, verse 10. He should live alone. Yeah, I'm sorry, Yam. In a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind. So live alone, secluded place. So if one is serious about performing Ashtanga Yoga, first recommendation by Shri Krishna is live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind. The Niyam, verse number 17. The Niyam means external discipline, temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation. And then asana. Asana is like how do you sit? I'm sorry, yam is internal discipline, niyam is external discipline, asana is posture. So how should one sit? Explained in verse 11 to 14. Lay kusha grass on the ground and then cover it with deer skin. The seat should neither be too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. One should hold one's body, neck and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me. Okay, this is what Krishna is saying. Then pranayam was explained in 5th chapter, 29th verse purport. Practice stopping the movement of the outgoing breath into incoming and incoming into outgoing, and thus at last remain in trance. Next steps. Pratyahar, cessation of material existence. Dharana, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in trance, devoid of all material desires. He is said to have attained yoga. Dhyana, as a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self. On the transcendent self. Samadhi, 20 to 22nd verse. One is never shaken even in the midst of greatest difficulty, and this indeed is the actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. So there it is Samadhi. So this is how Ashtanga Yogi looks like. Lives alone, completely fearless. There's a tiger behind, not fearful. And sits in a particular posture with head, neck, and back erect. And lays a kusha grass, and on top of the kusha grass deer skin, and then sits there in the posture, not completely closed eyes, half open, now concentrating on the tip of the nose, and lives alone, and is very regulated in what they eat, not what they speak about, and whom they do communicate with. Very, very focused. So, and such a yogi can actually transfer oneself, decide when to leave the body and transfer oneself to another planet of their choice. So are we ready? Are you ready? Or are you willing to give this yoga system a try? Please raise your hand. Anvya Mataji, you're unmuted already. So who all are ready or not ready? So I am not ready. Dhananjaya Mataji, yes. Rishabh Patwari, Prabhu, please unmute yourself. Are you ready?
Yes, madam, I'm ready. But I think last stage is a little difficult to do it.
Well, one thing in Krishna consciousness is one has to accept the whole thing. You cannot accept a part of it. And that's what Prabhupada explains is the reason behind the failure of Christianity.
Yeah, yes, madam.
So when we say we are ready, then we have to accept it 100%.
Yes, madam. I'm ready.
So you're ready?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So, and I have many chat box answers, not ready, not ready, not ready. Okay, I'm also not ready. And let's see what Arjuna said. Arjuna is not an ordinary person. Arjuna, and Krishna is telling all this to Arjuna 5,000 years. So someone is ready. Okay. So I have to go to jungle. You cannot be in the home with the family. So this is Arjuna. A little bit about him. He was a pet student of Dronacharya, not an ordinary person. Very, very skillful. He was honored across the globe for his skills. And he was very pious. He was from Pandava family. It's a sign of piety, not an ordinary person again. Okay. And he fought with Pashupatinath. How many of us are doing it? Nobody. He was one of the Narayan Rishis. So he is always accompanied Krishna. Not an ordinary person at all. What did he say? Krishna told him, no, all this Ashtanga Yoga system, and this is 5,000 years ago when the mind was less disturbed. What did he say? Was he ready or not? So he honestly said, Chanchala hi mana Krishna, pramati balavad dridam, tasyaham nigraham manye, vayor eva sudushkaram, chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Pramati balavad dridam. Please memorize this 34th verse. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayor eva sudushkaram. So he was such a big warrior that he can actually control the wind. But the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So he said the yoga system that you just explained is very difficult. Why it is difficult? He gave the reason, because the mind is restless, turbulent, and obstinate, and very strong. You know, I was listening to Prabhupada the other day. Prabhupada was explaining the speed of air, speed of wind. It is explained in third canto Bhagavatam and also in Brahma Samhita. So what is the speed of wind? So the speed of wind is analyzed to be about 9 lakh miles per second. Is my audio clear? I did check it before I come. Is my audio clear? Please write to me if it is clear or not. Okay, thank you. It is clear. So Mataji, one who wrote me audio low, maybe please increase the volume. So Prabhupada was saying the wind of air or wind, I'm sorry, the speed of wind. Okay, I'll slow down. The speed of wind is calculated to be 9 lakh miles per second. The mind is even more swift than the wind. So mind is material, wind is material. The speed has been calculated. And he was saying the speed of mind is so swift, it's so fast. For example, if I am sitting in one corner of the world, but I want to go to my room in another corner of the world, to a particular section of the room and get something, my mind is already there, right? So the speed of mind is so swift. And Krishna and Arjuna was such a great warrior that he could actually control the wind. He was able, he could control the wind by his weapons, but he said controlling the mind is very, very difficult. I think is more difficult than controlling the wind. That's what he said to Krishna. He discarded it. I won't be able to do it. And then blessed Lord said, O mighty son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by constant practice and by detachment. So the two words used in this verse is abhyasena and abhyasa and yogena. Abhyasa means practice and detachment is yogena. For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by right means is assured of success. So it's a business of the mind. My mind, if it is unbridled or uncontrolled, the intelligence is not strong enough, cannot focus on Krishna consciousness, cannot focus on chanting, cannot read. So many people we meet now, they say it's very hard to read. I can't focus more than 2 seconds or 2 minutes. Why? Because the mind is not controlled. So how do we control the mind? By practice and detachment. But we need a definite agenda or definite strategy to practice, because this Ashtanga Yoga system, I don't think most of us are ready to give up what we have and go to forest. You have to live in a secluded place. That is the opinion of Krishna. If someone gives another opinion, then it is their Gita. But Bhagavad Gita says secluded place. So Gita means song, and Bhagavad Gita means the song which was sung by Bhagwan or Krishna. And Bhagwan word is explained by Parashar Muni as the one who has 6 opulences incomplete. So Bhagavad Gita says secluded place. And if someone else says, no, you can sit in your own home and do it, then it is their Gita. Okay? So is mind a friend or enemy? So Krishna said it is both, right? For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will be the greatest enemy. His very mind will be the greatest enemy. This is a very important statement. We look for enemy outside. We think this particular living entity is envious or is my enemy, or this particular living entity is friend. That duality is sitting in the mind, and that is where self-realization steps take us to. At least think, at least in the paper or knowledge, at least theoretically know that The mind is the problem. And Prahlad Maharaj in 7th canto tells his father, he addresses his father as O best of the demons. So best of the demons, you're thinking that Vishnu is your enemy, but in reality, the biggest enemy is within you, your own mind. So we don't have any enemies other than our own mind. Actually, there is no other enemy than our own mind. And that same enemy can become the best of friends by conquering it. And now Arjuna asks another question, and this is a very relevant question. He says, okay, if someone starts a practice of yoga system towards self-realization, but is not successful, he falls down, comes under the trap of Maya again and leaves the practice and starts doing something else. What is his destination? What is the destination of an unsuccessful yogi? And then he writes that, is it somewhat like Krishna, somewhat like a ribbon cloud? In the sky, we see some clouds together and then they are going on the sky. But then because of the influence of the wind, a part of the cloud is separated and that goes different way. So he's saying, is it the destination same as a ribbon cloud? Like whatever I did is gone, which is true for the material knowledge. If I enter a college for a particular course and I drop out, then I don't have any success. Partial knowledge is no value in material world. I have to restart, right? So Arjuna is asking that, is it going to be the same thing for Krishna consciousness? So Krishna answers that question. He says, no. The Krishna consciousness, whatever you have done, I preserve what you lack, and I preserve what you have, and I provide what you lack. Yoga Kshema Vajami Aham. That will come in the later chapter. But he tells the destination. After many, many years of enjoyment on the planet of pious living entities, he is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. He takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Verily, such a birth is rare in this world. So this is the destination of a unsuccessful yogi, that because the one was trying to become Krishna conscious, celebrated, promoted to the planet of pious living entity, where, for example, Siddhas or Charanas, all these great personalities or demigods live, and after that is over, come back and take birth in pious people or a very rich family. Prabhupada explains this, that if someone is born in a very rich family, it is to be understood that they were trying to be Krishna conscious in one lifetime, but it was not complete. So now Krishna has given chance. Why? How can we say? Because when someone is born in a rich family, they don't have a problem of or fear or worry or anxiety of maintaining the body, or how will I eat, how will I sleep, or how will I get educated, because there's so much money, there's so much Lakshmi. But why Krishna did that to that person? Because the person will save time for self-realization. That is the real reason. But what happens if someone is born in a rich family and there is no Krishna consciousness? Then there is sense gratification. And then next life, hellish planets. So either I can use the same achievement that Krishna gave in realizing and cultivating this knowledge, or I go to the hellish planet. I have a choice. And the third destination is taking the birth in a family of Krishna conscious parents, which is very rare. Verily, such a birth is rare in this world. But from the beginning of life, the child is cultivating Krishna consciousness. This is rare. But if someone takes birth in such a family, it is to be understood that this person was an unsuccessful yogi and Krishna has given chance again. And another karmi or another transcendentalist, Narad Muni. So Narad Muni, does anyone know Narad Muni's story? He tells about himself in first canto Srimad Bhagavatam in 5th chapter. Does anybody know? Anvaya Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna. Yes,
Hare
I
Krishna.
know the story that he was the son of Dasi.
Maid servant.
And she used to work in a house where the Brahmins used to come regularly,
No,
and
that's not what Bhagavatam says, but you're right. You're right. Thank you. So
Narad Muni used to have the leftover morsels of these great souls who were Krishna conscious. And by merely having the leftovers, he too became rooted in bhakti.
mm,
Yeah, so
yes,
I know
thank
the
you.
elaborate story, but I want you to tell.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice. So Narad Muni talks about his past life, that how he became Narad Muni. Narad Muni said he was the son of a maid servant. There was no information about his father also. And then there were these transcendentalists who were traveling, the sannyasis. The sannyasis used to travel by foot. And 4 month rainy season, when it is inconvenient to travel, they would take rest. So the sannyasis stayed in his house for 4 months only. He writes there, 4 months only. And he was a small boy, and he said, I was not restless. So Prabhupada elaborates that in that chapter, that generally boys are restless. They want an engagement. They have so much energy. But Narad Muni said, I was not restless, and I was very silent. So that is another quality, silence. We are a person who's interested is in Swarthagatam Vishnu, who is interested in achieving Vishnu or favor of Vishnu, is very, very silent to Prajalpa, to the talks which are unrelated to Vishnu. You won't get anything much out of uh, such a person. So he said, I had those two qualifications. And when these transcendentalists used to discuss Harikatha, I used to associate with them. And a couple of times, by their permission, I took the food left remnants which were left over by them. And Prabhupada explains there that it is so important to eat the remnants of a devotee, of a self-realized devotee, as much as if someone has tuberculosis and someone eats the remnants of food left by such person, one gets tuberculosis just by eating that food, right? Similarly, just by eating the remnants left by a pure Vaishnava, one gets infected with Krishna consciousness. And that is the infection we should aim for in this life. And then he said that after 4 months they left, and I became fixed in the knowledge, even though I was a small child. And one evening, my mother was milking the cow, and she was bitten by a snake and she died. So I took it as an arrangement of Krishna, that it is a call for me to become more serious. So I did not morose even once. I did not grieve. I was not. I left for the forest, and in the forest I did what the transcendentalist had taught me to how to achieve Krishna. And then he explains at the right moment when it was time for me to leave the body, then thunderbolt and lightning. You know, when there is a thunderbolt in the sky, we hear it and then we see the lightning at the same time. Like that, he said, at once, immediately, I left the body and I became Narad Muni. So he remembers at once, and that at once is also very elaborately commented upon by the acharyas, that it is very important to see that Krishna consciousness is not far away. If I am very sincere, then at once it happens. And also Prabhupada uses the words in that shloka, pura atita bhave abhavam. See, a person is a Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava is Trikal Yagna. He could tell what he was in his past life. He remembers Trikal Yagna. And Pura Atita Bhave, past, present, future, Abhavam, and I am beyond that. Papa said, this is knowledge. Where is this knowledge? 1 + 1, 2. That is the knowledge going on in the world. This is knowledge. Pura, Atita, Bhave, and Abhavam. I'm beyond that. So we must become very serious in cultivating this kind of knowledge and seeking answers to these kind of questions. Not like, what do I? Questions, but this should not be the focus of one's life. So basically, the successful yogi becomes Narad Muni or attains the nature of Narad Muni by his grace. And Narad Muni is an exalted Vaishnava. Just by associating with Narad Muni, Srimad Bhagavatam, so many places, so many people became Krishna conscious. So many. Daksha had 10,000 sons. He sent them to Narad Muni. He made them all Krishna conscious. 10,000 at the same time. Then he had 5,000 more. He sent them all Krishna conscious. King Chitraketu was lamenting the death of his son. Narad Muni came and immediately he became Krishna conscious. So many times Narad Muni is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is very dear to Krishna. So this is just the ladder, that Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, but the ultimate goal is Bhakti Yoga. Everything else is just nothing but a way to get to Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga is like having 100 rupee note. So if one has 100 rupees, they automatically have 50 rupees, right? They automatically have 60 rupees. They automatically have 90 rupees because they have 100 rupees. So Bhakti Yoga is 100 rupees. The one who is purely doing Bhakti Yoga is understood to have already crossed over the stages of Karma, Jnana and Ashtanga. It's already. Or someone can directly take to Bhakti Yoga. You don't even have to go through the stages. That is also available. And we'll learn in short while how. What is the mode? And Krishna himself says, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatir antaratmana. And of all the yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. So when I see someone meditating, I think the other day I had asked that, who are you meditating on? I think I was speaking to someone, and that person said, I'm meditating. But I asked 2-3 times, like, who, but who? But meditating means, concentrating means on who? But I'm meditating. So the answer is like, they don't know what they're meditating on, but I'm meditating. But here is the secret revealed who one should meditate on. He who always abides in me with great faith. Me is Krishna. So meditate on Krishna. And this is the destination. This is not a theory. This is not a concoction. This is a reality. If I have forgotten it, then that's my headache. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It exists. For a devotee, it exists. For a non-devotee, it is closed. But for a devotee, this is the destination that we'll end up with Krishna, and this is going to be our life. So if I want this life, then I have to become very vigilant about my time and how I'm using it in cultivating Krishna consciousness. So now the yoga system. Question. Different yoga practices in different yogas. So for self-realization, can someone tell me what was the yoga practice recommended for the Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga for self-realization? Satya Yuga first. Please raise your hand. What was the method recommended in Satya Yuga to attain self-realization? Nobody's raising hand. Satya Yuga. How would one become self-realized? Padmani Golde, Mataji. Please unmute yourself. Padmani Mataji.
Jai Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Doing dhyana, performing the dhyana.
Means meditation. Dhyana means meditation. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Anybody else like Treta Yuga? What is the method? And Dwapar Yuga, what was the method recommended? Treta Yuga, sacrifice, fire sacrifice, yes. Shri Raksha Mataji is writing. And Dwapar Yuga, what was the method recommended? Anvaya Mataji, you are unmuted. You can please speak.
Yeah, it is donation, building temples, dan. Dan.
Elaborate. elaborate temple worship. Yes. Treta
Yeah.
fire yagna, then deity worship or Archa Vigraha. Thank you. Yes. So the same thing which was achieved in Satya Yuga by Dhyate Vishnu, it's mentioned here, by meditating on Vishnu, was achieved in Treta Yuga by performing fire sacrifices, and was all achieved in Dwapar Yuga by performing elaborate temple worship. Now Kali Yuga, what is the method? Same thing which was achieved in Satya Yuga, in Treta Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, can be achieved in Kali Yuga by performing Kalau Tad Hari Kirtanat, by performing Hari Kirtan. Hari Kirtan. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 3rd chapter, 52nd verse. So, Satya Yuga, meditation on Lord Vishnu. Treta Yuga, performing expensive sacrifices. Dwapar Yuga, elaborate temple worship. Kali Yuga, chanting the holy names of the Lord. And these are some of the scriptural references. And this is the analogy that I was trying to say, that intelligent person, let's say if someone has their office on the 20th floor of the building, and there are two ways to get there. One is you take the staircase, and another is take an elevator. An intelligent person will take an elevator and reach there faster, rather than going through this step first, that step first. So the Bhakti Yoga or chanting holy names of the Lord in Kali Yuga is like taking an elevator, like expedited entry into Kali Yuga, into Goloka Vrindavan. Who will take it though? Not everybody. Who will take it? And these are some of the references. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangasta Parshadam Yagnai Sankirtane Prayer Yajanti Hi Sumedhasha. 11th canto, 5th chapter, 32nd verse. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. So who will take it? Sumedhasaha. So Medha means good brain. Sumedha means especially good brain. So a person with especially good brain will take to this process, that of chanting the holy name, which was propagated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's features are described here, that he's Krishna Varnam. He's Krishna, but his color is not of Krishna. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam. He's Krishna, but Varnam means body color is not of Krishna, is not blackish. And what is he doing? He's not, like Krishna is, doesn't hesitate to announce so many times that I'm God, surrender unto me, I'm God, right? But what is Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doing? Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is trying to teach us how to chant the holy names by becoming a devotee. More. So what is mantra? Man means mind, tra means deliver. So that mantra that can deliver the sound vibration that can deliver the mind is called mantra. So once I had a chance of looking at one interfaith meeting. Okay, and so it was very interesting. So on the podium, there were so many leaders sitting from different cult. So someone was from mosque. So they had the rosary or beads in the hand. And then someone was from church, a priest, and they also had rosary in the hand. Someone was from Jewish temple, and they also had rosary in the hand. And someone was from ISKCON who had gone there, and he also have beads in the hand. So interestingly, connecting with the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of sound vibration is accepted in all cults, all of them. And sound by Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is so powerful. Actually, when we will discuss Goloka chart, it will come, and I think it's in Padma Puran, it is mentioned that just by the sound vibration of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, all the upper and lower planetary system and the whole universe is sustained. It's so powerful. So japa, what is the japa? Japa is something which we do to ourselves, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So it is done alone, and when it is chanted, I chant and my ears hear. What is Sankirtan? Sankirtan is the same Maha Mantra, but it is congregationally chanted with different instruments, with different tunes, so everybody else can also hear. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What are the references? I have to go back to here. So Narayan Samhita, Dwaparer Yajaner Vishnu, Pancharatare Stu Kevalehe, Kalau to Nam Matre na Pujyate Bhagwan Hari. In the age of Kali, people should simply chant the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Supreme Personality of Godhead's holy name. Prabhupada gave lecture once on this, and he said, he was from Calcutta. He said, don't think that by chanting Kali, 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 you're going to get the same result. Kali, 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 you're going to get the same result as by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. No. So if you enter a college to do a commerce course, you're not going to come out as a medical doctor. So scripture says Bhagwan Hari, and this word Bhagwan is explained by Parashar Muni. There's a meaning to every word in Shastras. Nothing is accidental. Another reference, Kali Santarana Upanishad from Krishna Yajurveda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. Nataha Paratayo Payaha Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. After searching through all Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of religion more sublime for this age than chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Nam Eva Kevalam. Kalau Nasti of Gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 17, chapter 21st verse. Kaler dosh nidhi rajan, astihi ek mahan guna, Kirtana deva krishnasya, mukta sangha param brajet. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good thing about this age. It is that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th chapter, 12th canto, 3rd chapter, verse 51. And if someone says, okay, so you're quoting other scriptures, what about Bhagavad Gita? Sure, Bhagavad Gita, open 10th chapter, 25th verse. Yagna nam japo yagno asmi. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. He says that. Nam akari bahuda nija sarva shakti. Satra pita niyamita smaranena kala. Eta dishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. Durdeva midrishamiha janina nuraga. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in your holy name there is all good fortune for the living entity. And therefore you have many names such as Krishna and Govinda. You have invested all your potencies in those names, and there is no hard and fast rules for remembering them. And the rest of the translation is, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no taste for the holy name. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela, 20th chapter, 16th verse, chanting of the holy name. Do's of chanting. Chant the Panchatattva Mahamantra before starting to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We seek blessings and forgiveness because we do offenses to the holy name when we chant. Chanting of the holy name has 3 phases. Nam Aparad, Aparad stage. Nam Abhas means almost the offenses are gone. And then Shuddhanam. So to seek forgiveness for the offenses, and there are 10 offenses which we know of, and to seek blessings, we chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So Krishna Chaitanya is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the center. Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda, Nityananda Prabhu is this, in the blue dhoti. Advaita Pandit, Advaita is Prabhupada is this, and the white. And then then Gadadhar Pandit is this. Srivasadi is this. And all of them have their explanations in Chaitanya Charitamrita. For example, Srivasadi is the incarnation of Narada Muni. Nityananda Prabhu is incarnation of Balram. And of course, we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is incarnation of Krishna. And Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. Advaita Prabhu, I'm forgetting. But we seek their blessings, and then we chant Hare Krishna. We chant audibly, loud enough to hear the mantra. So I have brought my beads to show. But Prabhupada was asked once by his disciple that Prabhupada, when I'm chanting, I can hear some I can hear some sound. I can see some light, he said. And I feel like Krishna is showing me his pastimes when I'm chanting. So you know what the answer was from Srila Prabhupada? So Srila Prabhupada's answer was, don't worry, keep chanting, it will go away. So and he knew that that this is all mental concoction, products of the mind. That is why when we chant and we hear, no mind. That is meditation. Chant on the beat and hear from the ear, period. And when you will start, you will realize that it is not so easy. But that is meditation. Pronounce each name distinctly, not like whispering, Hare Krishna, 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 not like that. So Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Complete. Chant with respect and devotion and concentration. You can chant in any place, sitting or walking, facing any direction. You can chant at any time. However, it is recommended to chant during the early morning hours. You know, the second initiated devotees in ISKCON, like I'm second, like Brahmanical. First initiation is Harinam initiation, and second initiation is Brahmanical initiation. So when for first initiation we receive the holy name from the Guru, and the second initiation we receive the Gayatri, 7 Gayatri mantras from the Guru, from spiritual masters, 7. So Gayatri mantra is like we have to chant sitting in facing in a particular direction, in a particular time period. So many rules are there. You cannot, but for Hare Krishna chanting, nothing like that is there. It is recommended that do it early in the morning. And one devotee I heard once, Prabhupada disciple, that Prabhupada disciple, that when the sun comes out, there is so much distraction. So there's light everywhere and there's so much distraction. So it's better to chant before the sun comes out. But that doesn't mean that after the sun comes out, one cannot chant. Chant, but it's just, when Mataji is asking, or someone is asking, chant with beads, I'll come to it, Mataji. Yes, it is important to chant with beads, but if you don't have beads right now, then don't delay that chanting. You can chant either before or after bath. It is recommended to chant by keeping count, preferably on a Tulsi Mala which has 108 beads. So keep a count. And don't stop chanting. One should not chant only a portion of Maha Mantra. Like I'll show this. You can see my beads. So tell me if I'm doing it right or wrong. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Did I do it wrong or right? Let me see. Yes, Dhananjaya Mataji. Anya Mataji, you're already unmuted. Wrong or right?
Wrong.
What is wrong? What is wrong?
It's only one.
Yes, so I chanted Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare.
Yeah, it should be one.
What should I do, Prabhu? So should I chant Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And then go to the next one. Okay, thank you, Prabhu, for correcting. Yes, don't chant only portion of mantra. Don't try to rush it. Then Krishna will also get rushed and very easily bypass us. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we are attracting the attention of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, one should not chant on the Krishna bead. So see, in this bead, it's called Krishna bead. This bead is taken as a witness to my chanting. It's compared to Sakshi Gopal, witnessing. So when I start the round from this bead and I finish the round on this bead and I want to start a second round, then the last bead becomes the first bead of second round. Okay, so you start, if I start here and end here after the whole 108, then the last bead becomes the first bead for the second round. We don't cross over. One should not chant while reading a book, mobile phone, a newspaper, or watching a TV. Then the mind is everywhere. It's not focused, and that is the basic problem of the mind. There is no focus. So please keep a separate time. One round, 108 times chanting takes anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. And in 24 hours, I think Each one of us can give 5 to 7 minutes. The recommended count is 16 rounds a day. That Srila Prabhupada said. What are the benefits of chanting? Freedom from the reactions of sin. So in 7th chapter and in 9th chapter, I will introduce you to the concept of a reaction of sin. Srila Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion talks about the reactions of sin, and there are 4 reactions, 4 types. Some reactions one suffers immediately, some reactions after some time, some reactions are so dormant, Kuta and Bija form, that they actually carry us from one life to another for suffering. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so potent that it can free one from all reactions. You know, we are clearing our account of sins and reaction to sins because I'm getting ready to go back by chanting Hare Krishna. And this is from 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. None of it is a theory. None of it is a concoction. It is a fact. There are hellish planets. For each and every activity which is sinful done, there is a hellish planet for consequent suffering. For example, if one drinks alcohol or wine, then it has to end up in a hellish planet where Yamadutas make them drink hot lava. Or someone is very addicted to illicit relationships, then the hellish planet is go to a planet where one has to hug a fire image of the opposite gender. And someone eats meat, then end up in a hellish planet where get boiled in a hot oil. And the person doesn't die. His subtle body doesn't die. The suffering is there. Or if someone cheats, then the hellish planet is waiting where the fire rods will be put on the body. This we should read 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam has. Then chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra gives a meaning to one's life. All these addictions are relief from unwanted drives and habits. In our present condition, we are slaves to any whimsical thoughts and desires. Actually, we are. If we're thoughtful, we should introspect. For example, if someone is smoking cigarette, they very well know that the body is going to be diseased. Very well, it is known. But who is getting satisfied? Someone is getting satisfied. No, some aspect is getting satisfied. That's why this particular living entity is still continuing. The mind gets satisfied. The body gets diseased. But it's not really a satisfaction. It's fulfilling a concocted desire. And chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra automatically, without going to a rehab center or anything, takes this out from our system because it connects us to a higher value. I honestly feel the highest addiction in today's world is entertainment and not peace. And that is sucking up so much time from a life of a human being. Freedom from anxiety and stress. Anxiety means fear of unknown. And the more I have fear of unknown, the more is my stress. When chanting Hare Krishna, one knows that Krishna is taking care of me, will take care of me. One gets convinced. Then, okay, whatever, Krishna is going to take care. My duty is to do this. Peace of mind eternally. It's esoteric process, right? I told you. The peace of mind comes from inside. It's not from outside. And it's so like and once you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it will be hard to give up. Real happiness, not just a happiness which I get for a moment by achieving something in this world. Real happiness, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. There's a commentary. So there's this first verse of Sikshashtakam, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam, Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. 7 benedictions are given in that verse. And one of the benediction is one who chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the ocean of happiness. In the ocean, if one river empties, does the ocean gets like over flooded? No. Ocean can sustain everything. Like that is ocean of happiness. So many rivers will keep coming and will go on increasing. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. And there is enlightenment. there's going to be enlightenment, right? It's a common sense thing. One is so happy, peaceful, and free from anxiety and stress, then automatically there is more of goodness, minimum to the minimum. And then knowledge begins from mode of goodness, not in passion or ignorance. And what do people say about chanting Hare Krishna? So this is George Harrison. I have to go to this view because this don't carry over. It is really a process of having realization of God. George Harrison, singer, he was a singer in UK, and devotees met him. He became so like he was so convinced with Krishna consciousness that he actually gifted Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Manor in UK. It was given by George Harrison, and he sponsored Srila Prabhupada's printing of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead book, and he himself was chanting 16 rounds minimum of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. Everything started happening to me when I began to chant Hare Krishna. This is the youngest director of 3M Inc. France company, Jean-Claude Halice. And this is my favorite, Albert Rushford. Chanting Hare Krishna made a tremendous impact in my life. So Albert Ford, he's a grandson of Henry Ford. So Henry Ford is like Ford company, car owner. He met Srila Prabhupada in 1970s, Albert Ford. When he met Srila Prabhupada only asked him one question. Everybody says that your grandfather was such a great man. Can you tell me where is he now? So he said, I could not. I understood the futility. And then he wanted to surrender to Prabhupada. So he was initiated, Hare Krishna, by Srila Prabhupada. And his name is Ambarish Maharaj Das. And he asked Prabhupada, now I'm so happy in Krishna consciousness. I don't want to deal with this money and everything. Can I leave the Ford? Prabhupada said, no. Yad yad acharati shrestha. No, you be a role model. Your family is so famous, you become a role model by taking up Krishna consciousness and at the same time carrying out your duty. So he still runs the company, one of the co-owners, but he's Krishna conscious. He's a pioneer in establishing Temple of Vedic Planetarium in Mayapur. Prabhupada had a desire that people from all over the world should come to Mayapur. Mayapur is birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and should look at that what is the Vedic planetarium about? What is the Vedic knowledge about? They're building a huge planetarium, one of its kind in the whole world, and Amrish Maharaj is the pioneer, is the lead in that project. N.D. Desai, most of us know him, a leading Indian industrialist. I have been chanting Hare Krishna for many years. I have never found anything more pleasurable. Mafatlal is Mr. Hrishikesh Mafatlal is he's very active in ISKCON Mumbai. Chanting Hare Krishna has helped me face all ups and downs in my life with great confidence and peace of mind. Then this model from Dutch, Anne Schoffers, chanting helped me give up bad habits. It changed my vision of things. Then another leading European model, by starting to chant Hare Krishna, I feel tremendous happiness. Then this is a US Army officer, Bruce Kleinberg. My outlook towards life is a lot more brighter after starting to associate with Hare Krishna devotees and chanting the Maha Mantra. Then Marco Ferreira is also initiated devotee in Italy. Italy's top furniture designer. Chanting makes me feel close to God. And this is Dr. David Wolf. He's a psychologist in Florida, and he dedicated his PhD thesis to Maha Mantra. And this is the conclusion he came to. Maha Mantra significantly reduces stress, depression, and more of ignorance, and considerably increases more of goodness. So I have his 300-page thesis. They actually did MRIs, functional MRIs, so they did like person who are not chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, of how much portion of the brain is lightening up in a functional MRI. Person who are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for this amount of time, these many rounds versus this. So they did functional MRIs and they saw that how much portion of the brain is getting. So that's obviously, we don't need all that, but Prabhupada said, do experiment, prove it to the world. So if someone wants to see neurobiological level, what are the changes? Here you go, we have it. When I'm stressed out, I chant. It is one thing which charges my batteries, clears up my mind, and brings me back in focus. Paul Bleiler, printing executive. And Mrs. Sally Riley, she's a merchandiser, famous in the United States. When I'm nervous, I find chanting very calming. I don't get shaken up at little things. She's chanting. Everybody is chanting. Ramesh Lal, Toronto Health Span proprietor, chanting Hare Krishna and reading authorized books on Krishna consciousness has brought me great peace. The only reason to show all these testimonies is that people from all walks of life are chanting and getting the same result. They are not talking to each other. They're chanting and getting the same result. I also belong to Krishna, right? I can also chant. You also belong to Krishna. You can also chant. So please take advantage. You can also chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and be happy, happily situated in life, this life, and at the end of this life, a Vaikuntha Viman will come, a aeroplane from Vaikuntha and take us back. Okay, so is anyone has any questions from this chapter first, and then we will go here, there, everywhere. So you can unmute yourself. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. And if anyone has to leave to attend other duties, please feel free to do so. Thank you for coming. You can unmute yourself, Aishwarya.
Hello.
Yeah, I've read in a paper that when you chant about Krishna and Hare Rama, it's like the Krishna, he helped Panjali when she was in distress, and Rama is the pure savior of Sita. So does it mean that they are a form of a Lord, or they are a form of God who always secures people from distress? Is what I just read it. I just want to know whether that is true or not.
So Srila Prabhupada gives the lecture on Hare Krishna Mahamantra, explaining its meaning. Basically, your question to me is, what is the meaning of the word Hare, Rama, and Krishna, right? That's what you're asking? Yeah, so Hare means energy of Krishna, which is addressing Radharani. That one cannot approach Krishna directly, has to go through Radharani. And I have an announcement to make that tomorrow is Radha Ashtami in India. Today it is for us. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will share the link in WhatsApp group. Please log in to see the darshan of Radha Govinda temple. There will be an Abhishek and Pushpanjali. So please take advantage of the most auspicious day. So Hare refers to energy of Lord, which is Radharani. Krishna and Rama are names of Lord. There is no distinction. So Hare Krishna means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Rama is the enjoying potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So basically, energy and energetic are the same thing. So don't overthink. I can share Prabhupada's lecture. If you write me your email, just write me your email on the WhatsApp group, and I can share Prabhupada's lecture, and you can read it. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Okay. So Hare is energy. Krishna and Rama are the names of Lord. Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone has any other question?
Hello.
Yes, Vasudevan Prabhu.
Vasudevan,
Hare
yes.
Krishna.
If I may ask one question. The inmates of ISKCON, how are they trained in meditation? Meditation means one has to go to forest, live in a secluded place, and so on. And in that context, I would like to know how ISKCON inmates are trained in meditation.
Yes. So the process of self-realization is different for different ages. The self-realization was achieved by meditation in a forest in Satya Yuga when people were living for 1 lakh years. So that was a method in Satya Yuga. The same method of self-realization was the same goal of self-realization was achieved in Treta Yuga by fire sacrifices. It was not meditation. And same goal of self-realization was achieved in Dwapar Yuga by elaborate temple worship. Not meditation, not fire sacrifices. Now, the same goal of self-realization can be achieved in Kali Yuga by just chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Srila Prabhupada's principles are very simple. And the training is open for everyone, not only for people who are living in ISKCON temples. Each and every human being across the globe can do this. What we are trained the same way that I just told you. That you chant Panchatattva Mahamantra, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advait Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Use your middle finger and thumb to hold the bead. Don't use the pointer finger. And then chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll show you a video of Vasudevan Prabhu if you just stay for some more time. Where Srila Prabhupada himself talks about it. So there is no other separate secretive way of meditation.
Okay.
That is the only recommended process for this age.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Could you elaborate Hare Krishna, the Mahamantra, then Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and Vande Krishnam Jagadguru?
Yes.
As per Shastras.
Yeah. So you're asking me a technical question. You're like, for example, if someone has some name in for the public, some name for the public, and then that person has a different name for, let's say a small child is there. A child has, let's say, this particular name when the person goes to the school. And when the person is home, when the child is home, then the mother is calling him, oh my dear child, oh my darling, oh my cutie pie, right? Like that. So you're asking me a technical question. Technically, the same person is there. So all these mantras are referring to a same person, same person, not energy, person. And that is Krishna. So Om, we will read at the end of 17th chapter, last verse in 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Om Tat Sat is explained in detail. What is the meaning of the Om? So Om means at the beginning of any activity, especially sacrifice. Om means beginning, means Vishnu. So who should be addressed in the beginning? Oh, by the word Om, Vishnu. And Om is the word which is used in the beginning of all the Vedic mantras. All the Vedic mantras begin with Om. So that Om refers to Krishna, and Om also is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you want to go more Shastric, it's A-U-M. It is explained that A and syllable is explained, and the origin of the syllable is also explained. A refers to Krishna, U refers to Radharani, M refers to living entity. So same thing. And Vande, what was the other mantra you said? That is prayer to Krishna. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also, it's a Mahamantra, is also begging to Krishna that Krishna, oh energy of Krishna, please engage me in your service. So technically it's same thing, but Hare Krishna Mahamantra has a potency to just take us back to Goloka Vrindavan. But if someone is more attached to chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Srila Prabhupada has said it's fine. Fine. It's fine, but the recommendation from the Shastras is Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Thank you, Mataji.
I don't know if I answered your question.
No, the last one, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. It's like Krishna is the Jagadguru.
Krishna, so we can analyze. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vande means prayer. I am offering my prayers to Krishna, who is the proprietor of the whole world. Right? This is the meaning. Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. So I'm telling you the same thing, that let's say my name is Prema Kisori Devidasi. That is the name given to me by my spiritual master at the time of initiation. But when I'm interacting with the devotees who understand the concept of changing the name at the time of initiation, for them, they address me as Prem Kishori Devidasi. But when I am not with the devotees, when I'm working outside, then my name is Priti Sharma. When I am at hospital, then my name is Dr. Sharma. When I am with my family, then my name is something else. My children don't call me by my name. They call me Mama. But I am the same person. Is it right or wrong?
Yes, Mataji.
So like that, Krishna is addressed same person is addressed by different names, but the same person. So if someone is attached, I don't know if I can draw corollary. One personality in Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta is the incarnation of Hanuman. So Murari Gupta was told, well, once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu joked with him that Murari Gupta, Krishna is superior to Ram, so you chant Ram. Chant Krishna's name. So Murari Gupta took it to the heart. You know, his Hanuman, he took it to the heart. So he didn't eat for 2 days. He couldn't come out of the room. He didn't see Mahaprabhu for 2 days. And Mahaprabhu called for him. Where is Murari Gupta? So then the devotees told him that he's very upset that he's been recommended to give up the chanting of the holy name of Lord Rama and take up the holy name of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu was joking, and then Murari Gupta, then Mahaprabhu goes to him and hugs him and says that I was joking. You know, you want to chant Lord Rama's name, same potency. Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nij Sarva Shakti, same potency. So I was just joking with you. You took it so seriously. Please go on chanting the name of Lord Rama, and you will get the same result. So like that, Krishna Vande Jagat Guru, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, are addressing the same person. And that same person is Krishna. Okay. Some person are more attached to one way or the other. Fine, do it. But the recommendation is that chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra because it has everything else. The 16 syllables are arranged in such a manner that when one is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it automatically has everything that you're saying.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. How can one know that one is Krishna conscious? What are the changes?
Very nice. So very nice. So Arjuna also asked this question in second chapter, I think, and again in 14th chapter, 21st verse, he asked that what are the symptoms of a self-realized soul, and some of the qualities have already been described. That such a person is never shaken in the midst of the difficulties, does not have any hankering or does not have any lamentation, and is happily situated in service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada was asked this question, and Prabhupada answered in this way. Prabhupada said, we don't need certificate to know that I am Krishna conscious or not. For example, if someone is eating food, they don't need to ask their neighbor that, do you think, am I satisfied or am I hunger satisfied or not? Right? The body itself will tell. Like that, when you start chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and you're chanting with attention and you're chanting with the goal of achieving self-realization, you will get a taste on your tongue. You know, Prabhu used to tell me, Nishtha Prabhu used to tell me 18 years ago, when I started this journey, he used to say, do you get taste on the tongue? Do you get taste? And I'm like, what is Prabhu talking about, taste on the tongue? And then by his mercy, when I got the taste on the tongue, then I could realize, if you see Nishtha Prabhu, if you see him, he's always like tasting, you know, if you like really stand in front of him, because there's so much relishing the holy name. So you will know yourself. Bottom line, you will know yourself.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes. Yeah, who one Prabhu was speaking and when one Mataji was speaking. So please decide who will speak. I'm okay with whatever. Okay, Mataji, you speak. Kirti Mataji.
Yeah, actually, I have seen many people while chanting, they hide their beads inside a bag. So why does they do so?
Yeah, so there's an external reason and an internal reason. So internal reason cannot be revealed. External reason is because that's a etiquette. And we should keep it clean. To keep it clean, when we have the beads outside, you see, this is my bead Guru Maharaj gave at the time of initiation. How big it is? You see, this 108 beads. So if I keep it outside, it's going to touch here, touch there, so it's going to get dirty. So Srila Prabhupada always said, like, put them in a place where they can be kept properly clean. That's why we do it. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can you share your own experience, means when you initiated to it, and you were like, so what kind of experiences particular which you can tell us?
I am not a pure devotee, so my experience is still not very.
That is why it is more important, because what I am looking for is also the same thing, means working and becoming a kind of devotee. So karma yoga. So that is why I am specifically asking you if you are comfortable.
No, I'm okay. It's you are my student and I'm your
Yes,
teacher. So you ask me a question, I must answer, or I must say that I don't know the answer. Something has to be told. That's etiquette. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it was not a part of my plan in this life. It was not a part of my plan to take Bhagavad Gita classes or to sit, because I was always in like I need answers to something which I can see. Like so-called scientifically inclined. I had questions in my life that who am I? Because I don't know why I had that question. That when I look in the mirror, I don't think that that's who I am. And when I was a medical student, sorry if it is going to disturb someone, but that's the reality where it hit. We used to have anatomy classes, and then one day our professor was teaching us the dissection of the hand. We were dissecting the hand, and he was telling this part of the hand has 20 muscles. So we were dissecting, and I was dissecting, and I was thinking in my heart that, wow, if I get even a little bit of a poke by the tip of a small needle, it's so painful. But now I am like dissecting someone's hand like so aggressively, no pain. What is the difference? What is the difference between my hand and this hand? Because whatever is the constitution of this hand is going to be the same in mine. It just hit me. So I was just thinking, I didn't know the answer. And after a few days, there were posters in the college, science lecture on science and spirituality, and now Nishtha Das. I only went because there was a name IIT Kanpur. My grandfather, we used to bring enough of so-called sadhus home that I was already disgusted with this concept of sadhus and so-called realization. I was already like, in Delhi, he used to bring so many sadhus, and I was like, I used to tell my grandfather, they are obviously fake people. They're smoking marijuana in front of you. And so I really didn't want to go. But now Nishtha Prabhu came to the college, and I only went because there was this name IIT Kanpur with it, honestly. And I attended his class, and I was shaken. Like these are the questions. I had that presentation which he gave that day, so maybe that was on IQ, EQ, SQ, intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient. And in that they analyzed the human body and the worth of human body constituents, and they were analyzing. So there was so much analysis, right? And there were so many references. So I asked my senior that who are these people? So somehow whoever I asked, that was also a chance or Krishna's arrangement, used to go there. She used to go there, and she was my senior in my hostel, to eat, because that temple had very nice food. We had one Charnamrit Prabhu. He used to cook amazing prasadam, amazing, out of the world. So she said, I'm going there this Sunday, come with me. I said, yeah, why not? I'll check it out. So I went with her there, and Prabhu was reading from Srimad Bhagavatam that day. So I again got very convinced. Then slowly I went again. Then gave me a book. Prabhu gave me a book of question book answers. The next time I went, he just gave me chanting beads. Then he gave me Bhagavad Gita, and I started reading Bhagavad Gita, and I read, and I used to mark, and I used to like mark and write down my questions and go back to him and ask him questions. What is this? What is this? What is this? So, and Prabhu was very patient with me. Slowly, and then he started engaging all of us. We used to group, and I don't know, by Krishna's mercy, I am where I am, and I don't want to give up anymore. I don't want to give up. I think everything else has to be arranged according to the chanting schedule and service schedule, and because my goal is now fixed. And if there have been so many times that test will come, right? The test will come whether you want to do this or that. But somehow Krishna's mercy, um, I'm still going on. I don't know for how long, and I hope I keep on going on, but I don't want to give up. I don't think if anyone will offer anything in exchange, okay, don't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but do, and I will give you $1 million. I think I'll reject the offering. I'm fully satisfied with my practice. And
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
sorry. Okay, Hare Krishna. So one Mataji asked, please explain the 6 opulences of Krishna. So are you still here, Malvika Mataji? Are you still here? If
Yeah,
not,
I'm
then
there.
I will write the answer. Okay.
I'm there. I'm
so,
there.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
So Hare Krishna, the Bhagwan is the word which is used, explained by Parashar Muni, and it has mean a person who has 6 opulences in full, and we are all attracted to these opulences only in each other. So-called attraction that exists in this world is nothing but an exchange of these opulences. What are the opulences? All beauty. Krishna has a whole. Someone can be very beautiful, but they cannot see that they have all the beauty of the whole world. Can't. But who can say it? Krishna. So all beauty, all strength, all strength, no exception, all knowledge, all fame, all riches, and all renunciation. So that is what is the meaning of the word Bhagavan, that who has all these 6 opulences. We have some of it. We have some portion of the beauty, some portion of the knowledge, some portion of the fame, some portion of the riches, some portion of strength, and some portion of renunciation. But Krishna has it in total. That is why he's Bhagavan. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Chapter 6 talks of, yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, you have said about Om. A means Krishna, U is Radha, and I didn't get what is M.
Living entity.
Living entity. Okay. The other question I want to ask you is, I like your journey. You have said your guru, how you reached him. So, is your guru still in Delhi?
So the concept of guru has to be understood properly. Okay, now Nishtha Prabhu and I have a Siksha relationship. I asked him many times, Prabhu, can you initiate me? But he said no, because he's not a Diksha guru. ISKCON Prabhupada has established in a very scientific manner. There's something called GBC. Prabhu is in Mangalore, if that's what your question is. But I want to tell you this also. GBC is, I think it may be too early to understand. It's Governing Body Commission. Srila Prabhupada established a Governing Body Commission, and there are rules and regulations established that who is going to be the member, and the GBC decides who becomes the Diksha Guru. So your question is Namanishta Prabhu in Delhi? No, he's from Delhi. His father used to be head of Department of Radiation Oncology, All India Institute of Medical Sciences in AIMS. So they were living in Delhi, but he's been in South India for over 2 decades, and Mangalore since 2002. That's when I met them.
Yeah, okay. Your story is very inspiring because my son is also a medical student. He's in Delhi, and I am chanting, but I cannot quite, get it into his mind to be a sincere devotee. I'm staying in Mumbai. Sometimes I go to Delhi. Then continuously I have to remind him that the first thing you have to do well is to do your chanting.
Yes, but tell him to associate with the devotees. Don't push.
Okay, and one more question I have is today is Radha Ashtami, so you speak just maybe 2 minutes on Radha, because it is said that even if you take the Ra of Radha, Krishna immediately comes. Even before you call him, you don't call him, even if you utter Ra of Radha, and he removes all your obstacles. So speak just maybe 2 minutes on Radha, Rani. And another question I have is in Mahabharat, there was the war where Duryodhan told Krishna that you give me Narayan Sena. I will take your Sena, and of course the Pandavas always wanted Krishna to be with him. So why is Krishna's Sena called Narayan Sena? Why it's not called Krishna Sena?
The same thing, right? I told, like, the same person can have many names.
But he was so well
Oh,
known.
you mean why? Oh, because
Krishna.
Krishna has nothing to do. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Arey, yaar, simple. You should know this answer by now. Krishna has nothing to do. Okay. Krishna, what Krishna does is Krishna enjoys. Krishna is simply enjoying with his friends, with his cowherd boys, girls, and animals. But if Krishna has to enter an office, then he assumes a form of Vishnu or Narayan.
Okay.
But in person, that's the inner qualities. Mataji, you I think you're ready. Read this book, Nectar of Devotion. I'll show you. Rupa Goswami Prabhupada has, and I want to show this video to Vasudevan Prabhu. So Rupa Goswami Prabhupada has very elaborately explained this bhakti. So Nectar of Devotion, I think till chapter 42, because beyond that no one can understand what's written.
Nectar of Instruction.
No. Nectar of Devotion. Nectar of Instruction is the Upadeshamrita, and this is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion. So this chapter has all the answers to what you're saying, what you're asking me.
Thank you.
Okay, but the answer to your question is very simple. If Krishna has nothing to do, if he wants to do something official, then he has to assume some other form, because Krishna has nothing to do. Okay. Yes, I'll talk about Radharani in just a few minutes, but Prabhupada has forbidden us to talk about Radha Krishna, and I don't think I'm at that level also that I understand the relationship very well. I can just tell you who she is. One Mataji has written, chapter 6 talks about Ashtanga Yoga, which is not possible or practical now, correct? So will following Karma Yoga and chanting of Mahamantra give the same result of doing Ashtanga or Bhakti Yoga? It's such an innocent question, right? So one thing is, yes, the answer is yes. Yes, it will. And what is the goal? That I go back to Krishna. Yes, it will happen. It depends on my faith. The different elevations of different persons in bhakti is only a difference of faith. But there is one thing that I would like to rectify in your statement. Following Karma Yoga and chanting of Mahamantra. So when one is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is automatically Bhakti Yoga. And as I explained, it is automatically you have 100 rupees. So automatically you have 80 rupees, you have 90 rupees, you have 60 rupees, because you have 100 rupees. So automatically chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the highest platform of yoga, which is Bhakti Yoga, which includes everything else, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Pranayama. Actually, the analysis have also shown that when one is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the pranayama is already going on, because the syllables are so nicely arranged in that manner. One need not do any other practice of yoga separately. Radha Rani, Karthik, Hare Krishna, you can unmute. You all have permission to unmute yourself. So Radha Rani, Krishna has 3 energies. This is also explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Internal Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatha Shakti. So Antaranga Shakti is internal potency. By the way, these are confidential things which can only be understood by a devotee. I don't understand them. I know the theory. Antaranga Shakti is the spiritual potency, where we will read in 7th chapter, Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. So that's Para Prakriti, beyond this material world. That's the living entities who are in spiritual world. Like right now we are in this material nature, right? Where we are. Like that, the living entities who are in the spiritual world are also in a nature, but that nature is spiritual nature. That's Antaranga Shakti. And Bahiranga Shakti is external potency, which we see now, like earth, water, fire, air, ether. And Tatha Shakti is the marginal potency, which is we are. So Tatha means beach. Tatha means that if you have ever been to a beach or a bank of a river, which is sometimes covered with water and sometimes uncovered, sometimes covered, sometimes uncovered. So what is the destination of that piece of land? Does it belong to water or does it belong to land? So no clarity, right? It can be either way depending on the state. So that's Tatha Shakti, like that's what we are. We have a tendency to be in the external potency and we have a tendency to be in internal potency. If we use our independence properly, we can be situated in the internal potency. That's so Haladini Shakti. Radharani is the topmost internal potency of Krishna. That's Haladini Shakti. So she's Radharani. She owns Krishna. Krishna is cannot understand that how Radharani is so much in love with Krishna. What is so special about him? He can't understand. It's very nicely explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. So he becomes very curious that what is so special about me that Radharani loves me so much. So he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined. That's why his color is golden. Radharani is Gaurangi. Her color is golden. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's color is gold, made of molten gold, like molten gold, because he's in the mood of Radharani. That's why he's able to relish the holy name so much. And Radharani is called Madan Mohan Mohini. Krishna is called Madan Mohan, right? Madan Mohan means who can entice millions of cupids. Millions of cupids. Kandar Pakoti Kamani Vishesha Shobham. So millions of cupids get enticed by Krishna, but Radharani entices Krishna. So that is why her name is Madan Mohan Mohini. So very auspicious day. We can pray at her lotus feet that please engage me in Krishna's service. Please take my message to Krishna that I have forgotten him. I have done a mistake by trying to enjoy without him. But please pick me up again. Beyond that is not my level to speak about Radharani. So okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, upcoming days, which chapter is short so we can ask more questions? So Ravi Prabhu, which chapter is short? 7 chapter is short. 17 chapters also has 20 verses. Prabhu, please ask.
The 12th chapter has Sagun Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah, 12 chapter is very, very. So from tomorrow we are going to taste. Yes. From tomorrow we start the middle third of Bhagavad Gita, and which is the cream. Like Bhagavad Gita is like laddu. You eat from anywhere, you'll get the same taste. But middle 6th chapter is very, very sweet. Like Bhagavad Gita churn, like we eat the cream. It's so tasty. It's nice to know what Krishna is, what my relation. So the concept, I will introduce the concept of Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I have the question on the calculation of Manu's period, the time period that's been calculated. I actually even gone through the YouTube video. Is there any possibility of getting it the day calculation as per the Shastras? Because
Yes.
we have different calculations. Now it's been in minutes, seconds, and hours, but the earliest, the Shastras calculation was different. Can I have that information?
Yes, I will ask Prabhu. He keeps telling me to watch these videos. There is one devotee who has made 3 videos from Srimad Bhagavatam describing these calculations in details. So I will ask him again and I will get back to you. Yes. There.
And one more question on the day one relating. Like this course is for 18 days. 18 has very much significance as per the Shastras out. Like 18 days of Mahabharat, and we have 18 Parvas, then we have 18 Puranas. But there is also other myth which states that it takes 21 days generally for a habit to actually inculcate.
I've heard 66 days.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a minimum of 2 months to 6 months is a range that's been given, and it's generally been said. And that's a myth of 21 days to change a habit. So what is it as per the Shastra again?
Oh, I don't know that, because Srila Prabhupada never speaks about it. He was completely against this Bhagavad Saptaha, the week, 1 week Bhagavad, because people are copying. Now Parikshit Maharaj had 7 days to live, and then he heard Sukdev Goswami for 7 days Bhagavatam, and then he attained Krishna. So people have started copying the same thing, that Bhagavad Saptaha. But actually, it's unlimited. Prabhupada never restricted us in number of days, not that I know of. We are doing 18 days continuous because the experience is showing that once we do it, people become interested, and we are able to take them to next level. Whoever has been wanting to stay with us, we have been doing more stuff with them, so more advanced courses. Other than that, I don't know the Shastric evidence of these days or whatever. Prabhu, I want to show you one reference. Please go to third library. Okay? Go to Srimad Bhagavatam. Ravi Prabhu, go to third canto. You see this?
Yes,
And
Mataji.
third canto, you see chapter 11, calculation of time from the atoms. So over here, the different terms, yojana and time, person time, from where the time is actually coming from Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna, and everything is explained. So please try to read this. I read it. I don't know I understood anything. For example, the time duration for integration of 3 Trasarenas is called Truti, and 100 Trutis make 1 Veda, 3 Vedas make 1 Lava. So you say Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoy. That is the Lava. So if you are scientifically inclined, Srimad Bhagavatam gives you the science, calculation of time from the atom. And I will get the Goloka chart videos and share.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, okay, so we
Mataji,
called it.
yesterday
Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead.
yesterday I was asking another Reshmi Mataji one question regarding Vishnu Sahasranama. End of the sloka, they say Sri Ram Ram Rameti Rame Rame Ram Manorame, that sloka. So I was asking her, like, when Krishna was standing in front before them, why they are referring to Rama from the previous yuga? They could have told Sri Krishna Krishna Krishneti sloka like that, right? So why they were referring to Rama?
That is Ramraksha Stotra.
I have a different understanding of that verse. It says that 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu is equal to 1 name of Lord Rama, and 3 names of Lord Rama is equal to 1 name of Krishna. So I have that understanding. But again, saying the same thing, it is actually not the 2 person. It is the same person in different quality. The same person. What is that shloka? In first canto, 2nd chapter, I don't know if it is 21st verse. Let me see. Ete cha ansha kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. So that Vyasadeva is explaining Ete cha ansha kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge means that all these expansions are plenary expansions from Krishna. Cha ansha kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam, but it's the Supreme Personality of God, it is Krishna. So, but again, in Brahma Samhita is explained, you're asking a technical question. Brahma Samhita has explained that if there is a candle, if there are like, let's say 1 million candles, they all are same candle, same size, same potency, same color, same form, same size of the wick. So all of them have the same potency, right? Right, Kartik Prabhu? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
yes, Mataji.
But one will be curious to find out that which is the original candle from which everyone is getting their light. So if one is curious, then yes, the original candle is Krishna, according to the Shastras. But do they have any difference? No, they don't have any difference. So Lord Rama potency or Lord Krishna's potency is same. Potency is same. Technical differences are there if someone wants to go in very detail, which I don't even think is needed. But if one wants to go in detail, then there are 4 things which are exclusive to Krishna. I don't know if I remember, but there are 4 things which are exclusive to Krishna, which are not found in anyone else. Venu Madhurya, Krishna's flute. Krishna has many flutes, but Venu Madhurya, the sweetness of his flute called Venu is exclusive to Krishna. Rupa Madhurya, Krishna's Rupa is not duplicated. His Prema Madhurya, Krishna's love for his devotees is exclusive. No other form is or plenary expansion is sharing the pastimes that Krishna is doing. And then there's a 4th feature. I am forgetting it. They're technical. It's technical. So Krishna has 4 features which are exclusive to Krishna, which make him the supreme personality of Godhead. But it's not needed. You know, if someone is attached to Lord Rama, it's fine. It's fine. There is more angle to it. I don't know if you're ready for it. I don't want to confuse you and overload you for information. But there are 3 types of expansion. I will just name it. I don't think you need to understand. One is called Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva means direct expansion. Means, for example, you see my body, you have hair on the head. So the hair is a direct expansion from my body. So anything that is directly expanding from Krishna's body, directly expanding, is Vishnu Tattva. And then another one is called as Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva means other living entities, which are portion of the plenary portion, which I will explain in Goluka chart a little bit. It's a technicality. Jiva Tattva, which are the demigods, or we are Jiva Tattva. So we have come from the plenary portion of the plenary portion. And the other thing is called Shakti Tattva. Shakti Tattva means that let's say that I cook food. Technically, I'm present in my cooking because I cooked it, but at the same time, it is nothing but my energy, right? So that way, Krishna has these different energies, Shakti Tattva, which is this universe, earth, water, fire. This is his energy. He's present in that atom, as an expansion of a Shakti Tattva. So your question originally was that Lord Rama, why are they addressing Lord Rama? Why are they not saying Krishna? It does not matter. It does not matter, because that's what the devotee's heart wants to do. That's why they're doing it. I don't have any other explanation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. If everybody wants to leave, yes, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, like you told about the Nama Aparad, Nama Abas, and Shuddhanam. So it's like we try to avoid the offenses and chant, but then the 9th offense says it's offensive to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. But that keeps happening when we preach or do something instructing people. So how do we rectify that, Mataji?
Yes, so Srila Prabhupada has said that Krishna is very protective of his devotees. He does not want him to be insulted by his devotees. But Nityananda Prabhu showed it in his own lifetime. Nityananda Prabhu went to open a marketplace of holy name. Yes. So Nityananda Prabhu, spiritual master, is representation of Lord Balram, and Nityananda Prabhu is nothing but Lord Balram. So Nityananda Prabhu showed by his example that the devotee takes all the risk. So under the protection of a spiritual master, one should take all the risk.
Okay, thank you.
Srila Prabhupada did that too, right? Who was waiting? He came to Boston, he came to New York. You think people were waiting for him?
No.
That, oh, there he comes and Hare Krishna is going to be given to us, like we were waiting, like we wait for a celebrity to come. No one was waiting. but he still took the risk. So he showed us by his example also.
And can you give some tips to how to improve the quality of chanting, Mataji?
Mataji, that's a work in progress for all. So I guess one thing is that I first thing is Dhridavrita. I have to have firm determination that I want to do it.
Okay.
If my determination is flickering, and if I'm procrastinating and leaving it to the last thing in the day, which is fine, okay, because there is no loss. There is no loss. But the problem is that problem happens in chanting because I am delaying it. I'm not determined. So my experience has been that make your determination to become Krishna conscious in this life so strong that it can shake the mountain. And my Guru Maharaj gives the example of Alexander, and Alexander is called as the Great, right? Why is he called as the Great? Why is Alexander called as the Great? Because his determination was so great. And he quotes one incident that once they were all walking in the middle of the night, all the army of Alexander, and they had to cross over a big mountain to get to the other side to attack an enemy. Alexander was a very ruthless person, but his determination is something which we can adopt. So his Senapati, his chief commander-in-chief, told him, Alexander, this mountain is very hard to cross. It's night time. There will be many ferocious animals, and we should not do it at this time. So my Guru Maharaj said, Alexander looked at his commander-in-chief and said, this is a mountain? You call it a mountain? This is a small hill. You see that his determination was so strong that nothing was able to stand in front of it. So like that, really foundationally, you have to make your own determination. Krishna, I'm going to come to you. I'm going to try my best. And then Krishna will move the energy. Krishna, there are three doers, right? 5th chapter Bhagavad Gita, if you read, three doers: soul, super soul, and material nature. So Krishna gives direction to the material nature. Arrange, take all the obstacles out. This person is more determined. So really, everything else is an adjustment, but please work on determination. We should all work on our determination, that how determined I am to adapt to Krishna consciousness, how much I want him. Okay, work on that, and then technicalities we will discuss. There are so many other things, but that is the basic thing. Vasudevan Prabhu, you are here. If everyone wants to leave, please leave. Vasudevan Prabhu, are you here? I see your name, but I don't know if you're here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Prabhu. So I'm gonna play this video of Srila Prabhupada. Did you see this? Because I had shown it in the past also. I don't know if you were there. Prabhupada's interview with BBC. If anyone has to leave, please feel free to leave. I just want to show it to him because he asked the question. Prabhu, let me know if you can hear.
Thank you. You founded the Hare Krishna movement some 7 years ago in 1967, did you not?
Yes.
In a capsule, what is the movement?
The movement is to have God consciousness of the human being. The human being is distinguished from the animals, that the animals cannot understand what is God. And if the human being also does not understand what is God, then he is animal.
I see. And so your movement is to bring about an understanding of God among human beings.
Yes.
And Hare Krishna means what?
Hare Krishna means addressing the energy of God. Hare means the energy of God, and Krishna means God.
Okay, you were here yesterday and to attend your annual festival that was held here in Golden Gate Park, and we were there too. And in fact, here it is. A few thousand people came out to hear it. How many people are now disciples of the Krishna consciousness movement?
Dedicated life, about 10,000.
About 10,000 dedicated
in
ones.
the Western world.
Your Grace, is there any significance at all in the shaved head? Why are heads shaved?
We keep ourselves very clean, that's all.
Oh, it's just a cleanliness thing.
Yes.
Is there any significance in the color of the robes?
At least at the present moment, people think that by keeping long hair, it becomes very beautiful.
I see.
Yes. So we are against that.
Mm-hmm. Just as simple as that. Is there any significance in the yellow robes?
Yellow robe is the dress, those who are dedicated.
Mm-hmm. It could very well have been a blue robe. It's just something that was arrived at.
This saffron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your Grace, why do you feel that so many people are pulling away from the traditional religions in this country, such as Christianity and so forth, and going for the trying to understand the Eastern religions? We hear a lot of swamis and gurus and other type of yogi and so forth. Why do you feel that people are pulling away from the traditional Christian standards here?
But we see that the Christian churches, especially I've seen in London, mostly closed. People are not interested, or the Christian leaders, they cannot make them interested.
Why? Did Christianity fail the people, which is why they're turning to other things? Or?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You say that Hare Krishna consciousness pretty much takes the absolute truths from the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Vedic.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Religion means to understand God.
I understand, but do you feel that in getting truths from various places like the Bible and the Quran and so forth, don't you run into conflicts at all or contradictions in those particular philosophies?
No, I don't find any conflict because the ultimate goal is God. So you have to understand God and try to love Him. So you can go through any religious process. If the goal is attained, that you understand what is goal, and you try to love Him, then your life is perfect.
Why do we see so many of your followers chanting almost all the time?
Chanting means to keep association with God always.
So you have to audibly chant Hare Krishna?
Yes. This is transcendental vibration. Just like a radio message. If you keep contact with the radio message, then you know everything what is going on outside. Similarly, this transcendental sound, Hare Krishna, if you chant, then you keep connection with God directly.
Thank you very much, Your Divine Grace. It's been our privilege to talk with you and to meet you.
Thank you.
And hope that we can see you again when you return.
So Vasudevan Prabhu, so there is no other secret meditative skill in ISKCON devotees.
Yeah, that's very clear. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, everyone. Hare Krishna.